हाय गाइस, बायोकेमिस्ट्री पढ़ने वाले हो या पढ़ रहे हो एंड यू आर समवन हु स्ट्रगल्स अ लॉट विद बायोकेमिस्ट्री, you know, in understanding the reactions, and all of that, then this video might be actually very helpful to you. In this video I have compiled some of the basic fundamental terms which will aid in understanding the reactions involved in intermediary metabolism. अगर ये वीडियो में दिए गए टर्म्स को आप अच्छे से समझते हो तो इंटरमीडिएरी मेटाबॉलिज्म में इंक्लूडेड साइकिल्स जो है मेटाबॉलिक साइकिल्स जैसे ग्लाइकोलिसिस, क्रेब्स साइकिल या सिट्रिक एसिड साइकिल, बीटा ऑक्सीडेशन रिएक्शंस, ये सारी साइकिल्स पढ़ने में आपको काफ़ी ज़्यादा आसानी होगी. वैसे तो काफ़ी सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स है, काफ़ी सारी टर्मिनोलॉजीज़ है, लेकिन मुझे जो सबसे ज़्यादा बेसिक लग रही है वो मैंने ये वीडियो में इंक्लूड की है. तो लेट अस स्टार्ट विद द की कंसेप्ट्स इन बायोकेमिस्ट्री. सबसे पहले हम पढ़ेंगे ऑक्सीडेशन और रिडक्शन रिएक्शंस के बारे में. वैसे तो ये काफ़ी ज़्यादा बेसिक है, लेकिन इसके काफ़ी सारे डेफिनेशंस हैं और इसीलिए इट समटाइम्स गेट्स रियली कंफ्यूजिंग टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इट एक्चुअली इज़. तो ऑक्सीडेशन रिएक्शंस वो वाले रिएक्शंस होते हैं जिसमें लॉस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन और H+ आयंस अकर्स. दैट इज़ दीज आर द रिएक्शंस इन विच लॉस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और H+ आयंस अकर्स. On the other hand, reduction reactions. These are the reactions in which accepting or gain of electrons or H+ ions occurs. That is, it is absolutely opposite of what is oxidation. Example, if NAD+ gets converted to NADH, here we can clearly see that NADH is added with H+ ion and it has been converted to NADH. So in addition to NAD, it also has additional H+ ion which is attached to it. So this reaction is an example of reduction reaction. On the other hand, if NADH2 gets converted to NAD+ and hydrogen ions separated, then here you can see that there is loss of H+ ions that has occurred. Simple words में NAD और H+ ions का ब्रेकअप हो गया और वो दोनों अलग हो गए अभी. तो this is oxidation. Okay. Now we would be learning about some basic enzymes which you will encounter frequently when you are learning metabolic cycles. First one being kinases. Kinases are a group of enzymes which add phosphate group to the substrate by using ATP. सो काइनेज एंजाइम क्या करता है बेसिकली, ATP यूटिलाइज करके ATP के पास जो 3 फॉस्फेट ग्रुप्स है उसमें से एक फॉस्फेट ग्रुप लेके वो सबस्ट्रेट को डोनेट कर देता है या फिर अटैच कर देता है. सो एडिशन ऑफ फॉस्फेट ग्रुप टू द सबस्ट्रेट इज़ द फंक्शन ऑफ काइनेज एंजाइम. एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे ग्लाइकोलिसिस का फर्स्ट रिएक्शन जिसमें ग्लूकोज इज कन्वर्टेड टू ग्लूकोज 6 फॉस्फेट विद द हेल्प ऑफ एंजाइम हेक्सोकाइनेज और ग्लूकोकाइनेज. व्हाट विल इट डू? It will add the phosphate group to the glucose from ATP. So here one molecule of ATP is utilized and converted to ADP, and a phosphate group is attached to the 6th position of the glucose, forming glucose 6-phosphate. Another enzyme is phosphatase. Phosphatase are the enzymes which will aid or which participate in removal of phosphate group from the substrate. Basically, these are the ones which will separate the phosphate group from the substrate and release it. इसका एग्जाम्पल हो सकता है रिवर्सल ऑफ ग्लाइकोलिसिस में, विच इज़ ग्लूकोनियोजेनेसिस के रिएक्शंस में, जब ग्लूकोज 6-फॉस्फेट इज़ कन्वर्टेड टू ग्लूकोज, तो यहाँ पे ग्लूकोज 6-फॉस्फेटेज एंजाइम विल रिमूव द फॉस्फेट ग्रुप from the glucose 6-phosphate and will release the phosphate to form glucose. Another group of enzyme is dehydrogenase. Now let us just break down the word. D मतलब removal, hydro मतलब hydrogen ion, और ase का क्या मतलब होता है? removal. तो removal of hydrogen ions. These are the enzymes which participate in oxidation reduction reactions and remove H+ ion from the substrate and donate them to electron acceptors. Now let us learn about some reactions. First one being phosphorylation reaction. What are phosphorylation reactions? These are the reactions or the processes in which addition of phosphate group to the substrate occurs. And obviously, kinases play a crucial role in these reactions because they help in addition of phosphate group. Similarly, we have dephosphorylation reactions. In these reactions, the removal of phosphate group occurs from the substrate. And here, phosphatase enzymes play a crucial role as they help in removing the phosphate group from the substrate. Now, let us learn the concept of substrate level phosphorylation. What is substrate level phosphorylation? This is a direct form of ATP synthesis in which direct ATP is released from the substrate. Meaning, in these reactions, the ATP is formed which can be directly used by the cell for its variety of processes. तो अगर ऐसे कोई भी रिएक्शंस है जिसमें आपको एरो दिखा के ATP फॉर्म होता हुआ दिख रहा है, तो दीज आर सबस्ट्रेट लेवल फॉस्फोराइलेशन, जिसमें ATP डायरेक्टली सिंथेसिस होता है. हमेशा रिमेंबर, सबस्ट्रेट लेवल फॉस्फोराइलेशन इज इक्वल टू डायरेक्ट ATP सिंथेसिस. Now let us talk about oxidative phosphorylation. Oxidative phosphorylation is the process in which the ATP synthesis occurs indirectly. In these reactions, electron acceptors such as NAD and FAD get reduced, which enter ETC cycle and then release ATP. Always remember, NAD produces 2.5 ATPs. One molecule of NAD produces 2.5 ATPs. and one molecule of FAD, that is FADH2, produces 1.5 ATPs. So in a nutshell, oxidative phosphorylation क्या है? It is an indirect form of ATP synthesis wherein the electron acceptors which are reduced and enter the electron transport chain, which results in the form of ATP. तो यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली ATP रिलीज़ नहीं होगा, बट ये ETC में जाने के बाद ATP रिलीज़ होगा. So this is oxidative phosphorylation. Now let us learn about high energy compounds. What are high energy compounds? These are the compounds which, when break, release high amount of energy. For example, ATP. Now let us learn about some key terms which you will frequently encounter. NAD. NAD stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. This is a form of vitamin B3, niacin, an active form of niacin which is used as a coenzyme in variety of metabolic reactions. FAD. FAD stands for flavin adenine dinucleotide. This is a form of vitamin B2, that is riboflavin, an active form of riboflavin used in variety of reactions. Another form of riboflavin is FMN, flavin mononucleotide. This is also used as a coenzyme in variety of reactions, especially an important example where FMN is used is the ETC cycle. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate and GTP stands for guanosine triphosphate. These are energy currencies. Also, if you haven't actually watched my video on concept of metabolism, please refer to that video first before watching this video so that you have basic idea about metabolism. That video and this video together will help you understand intermediary metabolism better and grasp concepts logically. That's it for today's video. If this video helped you understand the basic concepts, please hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel Develop with Divya. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in another video. Bye.